I'm Linda Zies Palmer.
And this is Arcane Mark. Hello
everybody, and welcome to Arcane Mark. Today we are going to be playing Dawnsbury Days.
The Profane Barrier. If you want to watch us playing not the Profane Barrier, where we defeated the rest of the regular campaign, we've got that on the channel. So we're going to go into story mode, and I guess, do we continue the Profane Barrier?
So we have not, we just opened the Profane Barrier, which is now available for everybody on Steam, the new DLC. We have not opened this up, and we're going to be seeing it here for the first time with y'all.
Okay, so it clearly allowed us to load our thing. I was checking since Profane Barrier had Profile 1, 2, and 3, whether or not that meant that it had forgotten our previous game, but our game did exist before. Now, that's going to let us import our characters. Our characters spent a huge amount of money on consumable items just to beat the last boss of the last one, and they're all almost exactly the same class, even though this DLC has more varied things that you could do. So therefore, let's just do it anyway. Last time we won every encounter on hard mode. This time we're probably going to lose. Let's see if we lose.
Let's see what Chat was just saying there.
Let's see if we lose.
Yes, not to be confused with the Profanity Barrier, which is a bard that just swears.
That's right.
The casting has imaginary walls. All right. Oh wait, that's game 1.
Oh yeah, game 1. There you go. Continue with the party from 100% game 1.
All right, so we have Anacostia, the cleric, Scarlet, the elf fighter, Topdar, the orc fighter, and Safi, the human fighter.
That
and
is
our fighter squad and one cleric.
Oh, but we have to level up. We have to level up.
All right, let's level them up. So this game uses the Pathfinder engine.
Okay, so here's where we have to make a decision.
All right, what are we
deciding? Are we gonna bet on the dev making another DLC that goes up to level 10 that we also play these characters? I'm gonna say no. Therefore, we're not going to raise wisdom, which cannot possibly get to 20 unless both of those two things happen.
You mean like last time when we were like, oh yeah, we've reached the end of the game. Let's spend all the money on consumables.
That's right.
You know what? We can keep beating.
We're going to be short-sighted. Actually, you know what? Fine, Linda. You've mocked me, so that sounds like you think that.
I know you appreciate a good challenge in games.
Okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna get this completely useless 19, even though it has like an exclamation mark to remind me that will have no effect on us unless the game continues to level 10 or later.
Okay, fine.
No, we're doing it.
It's okay.
We'll do it for
Hold on. What does chat think?
We'll do it for the cleric because strength and intelligence are marginally useless for a cleric.
Okay, fair. I want to know it.
Long-term performance is irrelevant compared to short-term quarterly gains, says chat. All right, so we're gonna do it. This Point of Wisdom is trust in the Dawnsbury Days team to make another expansion so that Anacostia did not
Come on, you know if they make another expansion, we're gonna play it, and B, we're gonna play with these same characters.
We didn't finish.
Don't cheat her out of her ancestry.
Okay, so she's gonna get. She already has natural ambition,
which is always a good one.
Yes, that's right. And so she can get a lot of things potentially, but the one that she's going to get is probably going to be general training. Because that's pretty good. What is this? Dawnsbury Camaraderie. As long as you're adjacent to someone, you get a +1 circumstance bonus to all skill checks. And what's Master of Insults? You can demoralize the same enemy any number of times. Your demoralized attempts don't cause them to become temporarily immune. Whenever you're critically hit, you get a +4 just demoralize against the creature who hit you.
So she does have +14 intimidation.
That's true.
But how often do we have her demoralized instead of casting her spells?
Well, she could do both because it's one action. Theoretically.
That's true. If she's right up in their faces.
Let's see what general feats we don't have for the moment, and then we'll go back if... So let's see what's going to happen here, and
it's there, general training feat.
Yeah, but we have to pick the general training feat.
Yes.
So what would we be getting, and then we'll compare that to that Master of Insults, and if Master of Insults is better, then we'll take Master of Insults. So we've got Adopted Ancestry, Heavy Armor, Kenny Acumen, which as a cleric, I think her reflex is pretty bad, so she could get +2 reflex from this. I feel like, how often do she intimidate the same person over and over again, though?
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
Fleet for extra movement speed is always good. Incredible Initiative is good. I think there's enough here that's
Chat
good.
is saying something.
Oh, what is Chat saying? Chat is saying I'd prefer Fleet or Incredible Initiative. Yeah, I'm agreeing there too. Now, every time we check chat by going like that, it's going to stop the music. So instead, I'm going to...
Shrink the window?
I'm going to move chat over to the right side of the screen. That actually still didn't work.
I really like my laptop, but it does not have the world's greatest screen
Okay, we can now see about 70% of the right side of chat.
Yes.
So let's see what we've got here. And then obviously we could take skill feats, but we're not going to do that. Okay, so also we have we have Untrained Improvisation, which does not do the nerfed half level before level 7 here, so we would get our entire level.
Oh, it looks like they're saying the audio wasn't coming through anyway.
The audio is not coming through anyway.
Oh, it's you can uncheck mute audio in the background.
Oh, well, that's good. I'm gonna go do that and pretend that she's already leveled up, and then do the settings and unmute audio in the background. There we go. Well, that's why we have the creator in the chat, so now we know everything about muting audio. But people are saying that they're not hearing it at all. I see desktop audio.
No, wait, were people not hearing it at all? I thought he was saying that was the...
Oh, people are hearing it fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, anyway, there's a lot of good options here. Untrained Improvisation would be... So, let's look at this. What charisma and wisdom-based skills do we not have on Anacostia? Is there a lot of them?
Let's
survival,
see. Deception,
survival, nature, deception,
and...
Yeah, those are the
Is that it? I think so.
So, the main things we would be getting out of this is that Deception, Survival, and Nature would get +5 if we took Untrained Improvisation. Now, if we took Kenny Acumen, Reflex would get +2, which is very useful. Fleet for +5 movement speed, especially when we are wearing armor that is giving us a movement speed reduction, would be certainly helpful of getting us up to 25 feet when we have only 20. And of course, +2 in initiative is always good. We can see what chat thinks. And Rohit says skills aren't that good in this game. Okay, Rohit, if you've played the expansion, I'm going to trust you on that. The marketing text for the expansion said that there's a lot more uses for skills now. But if there still aren't, then we're going to throw Untrained Improvisation out, and we'll keep thinking about Fleet, Incredible Init, and Kenny Acumen Reflex then for the moment. And let's, while we're thinking about that, let's go to the skill increase. So we have Expert in Intimidation. I think we get Expert in maybe Medicine.
I still haven't played.
Oh, haven't played the expansion yet. Yes, okay, so Rohit, I would agree with you that I would never get Untrained Improvisation in the first one. But the expansion supposedly does have more uses for skills. So,
the developer showing the check for the streams are really high effort tooltip system.
Well, there you go. I mean, he gave us this key so that we could do this stream.
So, Anacostia, I mean,
we can think about that.
Religion could be a good one.
Religion could be good. Medicine could be good potentially, because what skill feats does she have again from last time? It's been a hot minute. So she had Intimidating Glare.
Yeah.
Does she have Battle Medicine?
It looks like no.
Looks like no. So maybe we don't care that much about her medicine being expert if she doesn't have Battle Medicine. We could also get up Diplomacy, because we're gonna, like, the marketing text, we're gonna have to convince someone of something.
The response is not that many uses skills. It's still mostly killing your enemies.
Okay.
I mean, that's what you come.
We have the word of dev.
All right, so
we're not taking Untrained Improvisation.
Someone said Bumbo.
Oh, Bumbo. Yeah. I don't think we have that. Now, obviously, we could take it instead of a general feat, theoretically, if it was a choice. We actually can see what all of the choices are here that we could take, which are Trick Magic Item. Like, we could theoretically take Battle Medicine. and go expert for 2d8 plus 10. That is a lot of healing. Now, that would lose our general feat, though, and I think...
Let's take a general feat, and then when we get a new skill feat, we can consider it.
So what do you think? 5 movement speed, 2 initiative, or 2 reflex? They're all very tempting.
So,
Yeah,
I feel like either the movement speed or the reflex, probably. Because you don't necessarily need your cleric to be the one who goes first.
That's fair.
So how often were we having trouble with her positioning versus her failing reflexes?
I think we'll get medicine anyway, because if it's mostly combat, then medicine is one you could theoretically use.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like all of them.
Rohit's biased toward fleet.
I'm so biased towards movement speed,
Alright, we're
too.
taking
I think
fleet.
we're doing it.
We're taking fleet.
I think we're doing it. So we now need to prepare spells.
We're doing it. It was one of my 2 and it's your favorite.
Alright, we have whatever she had previously prepared, which I think we can take out common motions from level 2 and move it to level 3.
Yep, we definitely want our
because we want our in-cap spell to be
level.
at the top level. Generally, in-cap spells that are at high levels are pretty good.
I mean, heroism's always solid.
Now, if we knew for sure that we were going to fight low encounters and we wanted to blow second level spells on them, then we would be able to win them constantly by using...
I just saw heroism in chat, too.
Heroism is a great spell. I like it. I'll do it. Let's look at what the other choices are after. Oh, Roaring Applause is in there, though. That is a really good spell. When you have 3 fighters, guys, maybe we don't take Cobb.
Because
they all trigger the attack of opportunity. Yes.
Yes.
If they fail, every turn they trigger attack of opportunity. Now, granted, Scarlet is an archer. She's not going to be up there.
I know, but like being flanked by fighters, like, slice and dice. All right, so we got heroism.
We've got that.
And Roaring Applause.
What are we going to put in our second ranked slot? So, we've got some options here.
So, it looks like what we've got right now is, like, all pretty offense-focused.
Okay, so I'm thinking something, which is the most powerful creature in the Dawnsbury universe is that imp that can use Pathfinder 1st Edition teleport.
See invisibility?
So, see invisibility because imps can go invisible. We know that I think one of those guys got away or something like that, baby.
Alright, we're doing it.
I think we should have see invisibility so that we can avoid that. And Fairy Fire is also a good choice for exactly the same reason. Honestly, these second rank damaging spells are not as impressive at these higher ones. So let's get Fairy Fire 2 so she can see the invisible and then make them visible.
Roaring Applause, something? Only shows up
as roaring on my screen. Really?
Oh, well here it is. Oh, I see, like in this shorter...
Oh, in the shorter thing, it's just roaring. Yes, that's right. We're going to cast roaring. Okay.
I mean, that's the kind of sound that the enemy is going to make when they get hit by multiple
Scarlet's goal is very multifaceted here. Her goal is to not miss everything. Mm-hmm. And we're Come
on, Scarlet. Roll better than you did last time.
We're betting on Dawnsbury to do this. So, we can obviously take Elven Instincts.
For even more initiative? That's legit.
Probably a good choice.
Yeah.
Let me see if anything else is even remotely, like... Master of Insults is an ancestry feat for every ancestry. Yeah. Alright, let's get Elven Instincts.
I just want to throw down, okay?
If you're going to miss, you should do it before the enemies go. I don't know why.
I saw Lushy there. You should try the new Lushy ancestry. Oh no, absolutely! I want to try the new Lushy. It was actually like a conversation market I had where it's like, well, we could try the Lushy, but we already have these characters. It's like, do we complete things with these characters? So I think we finish with these characters first, but the next time we play, I want to be a Lushy.
Yeah. Also, these guys don't look like Lushies. If we had brought on a choice to character select for that Leshy NPC who we saved in the first part, I would definitely play them as a Leshy. But yes, I know that Scarlet doesn't exactly look like an elf either, but you could sort of imagine it. Whereas like being like, actually, Scarlet's been a Leshy all along is hard to imagine. Alright, we're once again betting on the second expansion. So, here we've got some orc options like Defy Death, where we're gonna be super recovery. That, I think, whatever. If he dies, and then we cry.
Aww.
Let's see. he doesn't use unarmed attacks, so we don't have to worry about that. He doesn't have to be familiar with things. Let's see. So we could do Orc Superstition, but his attacks of opportunity are really good.
Yeah. So
However, Orc Ferocity is definitely highly useful. But also, General Training. Wait, where is it? Ah, there it is.
There it is, down below the
feat.
Fighter Rough Master.
Okay, so we do not have fleet yet here either, but we are 25 feet with Tokdar, so we could get up to 30.
We could get up to 30, do we have sudden charge? Yeah, we have sudden charge. So we probably can get into position anyway. Maybe we prefer Incredible
We
Initiative.
actually don't need Kenny Acumen.
Maybe we prefer Incredible Initiative for better Leroy potential?
Better Leroy potential? Well, no, we're a fighter, so theoretically we will get Battlefield Surveyor at, I think, level 7, which already
right.
gives us a circumstance or bonus to initiative when using perception for initiative.
Which we do, because we don't.
So I think we're gonna do fleet.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe I misremember. I'm trying to just memorize when I put features into fighter class that I might not have put it at level 7. It might be level 9. Anyway. Alright, so he has athletics and then a bunch of just random stuff that never was useful. So, let's get Society.
Yeah, let's do it.
There we go. Alright, so what the heck weapon was he currently using? Because it wasn't what we initially had.
Looks like he's got a +1 striking greatsword.
Okay. Because we initially had him with a sword, like a weapon and shield.
Yeah, but then we found a striking greatsword, and then we changed our mind.
Alright, well, he has now changed his mastery into sword.
Swords!
I guess, since that's the one we have. If I was building it from scratch, I would probably either go back to, like, something with a shield or, like, some giant maul or something like that so we can have a different damage type. Because the other ones all have the same damage types.
Well, I mean, we could do it in something else and then change his weapon.
No, I think it's too expensive to change his weapon. We're already going to be under-treasured from our consumables.
Seems legit. Alright.
So, Safi is also going to do this. Look, we don't need intelligence and charisma in Dawnsbury Days. We need the stats that are going to help us.
So I think
Actually, it's still more useful than strength other than...
I think Safi already has fleet.
Sure.
Because I see a 30-foot speed over there.
That is right. Safi already has
You
fleet.
can't pick fleet this time, Mark.
But you know what I can pick?
You
Natural
can pick
ambition.
natural
What did Safi have that wasn't natural ambition? It was, I guess, something else. I could pick natural ambition, but I think that we didn't take it because we literally didn't want any of these.
Yeah, for her specific fighting style, we already...
It's a young boy.
Right. His specific fighting style.
Yeah, we specifically just didn't actually want any of the feats that existed. So
We already had the one that was good, I think.
Yeah, well, we had double slice because Safi's a double slicer, and there was not much point in the other ones. I think that what it came down to was actually the fact that we actually took like first level feats with Safi for like our second and fourth level feats, and then there weren't other first level feats that we wanted.
Yeah.
So because there were just no second or fourth level feats that worked with the playstyle, if I recall correctly. So we just took a bunch of firsts.
Yeah. So,
Alright,
we can take
general
something else
training. So we already have fleet. Great.
You can't take fleet again.
But we could take toughness or incredible initiative, except we already have.
Can't take those.
Wait, how do we even have so many?
What did we do?
What did we do to this child?
We made sure.
Okay, but hold on. We must have picked the human that starts with one.
Yes.
That's fine. Then at level 3 we got one.
Yes.
Maybe general training is allowed to be taken more than once in Dawnsbury Days, and we took it once as the first ancestry feat.
Oh, maybe.
I'm not sure if that's true that it is allowed more than once, but in this case, good gosh, there may actually just not be any other general feats that are actually outclassing these feats. Although also not many of the our Safi build, I guess, is too esoteric, and not many of these are actually super useful here. So also, it looks like Clever Improviser is is going to give us untrained improvisation and let us do things that require us to be trained. So if we wanted untrained improvisation, we should take clever improviser. We could also get 2 skills, but the skills, as we know, we've been told are not very useful.
What does Fey Influence do?
Also, we could take this advanced weapon familiarity in one of these feats. Because reach weapons exist now. The sad thing is we do not have a gnome flick mace. But if we did, we could do a gnome flick mace and get reach.
Oh, yeah.
Because reach didn't exist when we played before.
That's true.
That's another thing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should do gnome flick mace.
And then we're looking for a gnome flick mace.
Well, then we're gonna have to sell and really condense our money and kind of be in very bad situation, but we'll do it in exchange for
a gnome flick mace. All right, we're doing
In that case, we may want to change Tok'tar to use a reach weapon too, so that we can be really, really reachy. So, gnome flick mace is in the flail group. Flail snail. All right, let's go back to Tok'tar. And so this is gonna be dicey, and we definitely we should decide like which weapon, which reach weapon.
So the gnome flick mace is bludgeoning, or what type is it?
Also, what advanced weapons are there? Gnome flick mace, orc exploit. Okay, so we don't want the gnome flick mace, so we can go back to general training fleet. So the gnome flick mace is a bludgeoning flail, so don't worry. Anything else that we pick is not, and we have a piercing shot, so we're probably gonna want a polearm. We probably gonna want a polearm, I think, because the spears here are not martial. So let's just do polearm, and then we'll see if we have enough money if we like bargain bin, sell our stuff, sell our consumables, and get the weapons we need. If not, we're gonna need to just like reload a new file, especially if this starts not in a town, because we have created fighters who in fact have a mastery in a weapon that they do not
have.
own.
All right, let's see what happens.
Okay. Well, those reach weapons didn't exist. Oh, we are in Dawnsbury. Here we are.
All right, excellent. Okay.
So now let's do this. Now we do actually have enough loot to get one person's weapon, and actually, if we sell some of these, this +1 striking trident backup weapon, we actually might be able to do this. So let's see. We've got this +1 striking trident. It is thrown, so like there's. And we've got this +1 non-striking Earthbreaker as
and a
backup.
+1 non-striking, yeah, okay.
So the main thing that we have is 2 +1 striking tridents.
Yes.
So let's sell.
We can sell one of them. I
one
think.
+1 striking trident.
I also think we can probably safely sell the +1 longsword.
Yeah, the regular +1 longsword.
Yeah.
And I think that all makes sense to me. Now, if we sell one more thing, then or maybe 2 more things, depending on what we sell. So bottled omens are going to give us 2 rolls on a saving throw.
So I'm noticing that Scarlet has a regular +1 striking shortbow in addition to
a composite longbow.
Oh, that's
volley.
what it is. Volley. Yeah,
we would have loved to have them both be composite, but we were dropped, I think, one of them, and
right.
it was almost
Short
perfect
versus
for
long.
her,
No, I
so
got it,
we
I got
kept
it.
it. I think that's what happened. All right, so also we unfortunately could not use doubling rings, so we had to separately buy the +1 striking shield, so we're definitely not switching off of that.
Yes.
All right, so I think we don't need the +1 short sword
Probably.
at this point either. So at that point,
let's make sure doubling rings don't exist now.
They probably don't, but let's see.
They probably would be a pain to code.
No, they totally exist, but we've already paid for this.
Yeah, but how much would we get if we sold it?
50, which would then rebuy the doubling rings.
Isn't it worth, though, in case we find... Oh, no, I see, because we need to still buy the shield back again,
Oh,
too.
you know what, though?
But that could make it easier in the
No,
future.
it's worth it because we haven't bought the flick base yet, I think.
Oh, wait, because we can double from the shield.
We can double the shield onto
back to
the flick mace.
Yes.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay.
We're buying doubling rings. No,
Yeah, it says worn.
Warren, okay. So let's see if this works. Okay. We're going to go back to weapons. I think also there's other things like healer's gloves that are good here, but we're definitely not getting any of those.
We gotta do the weapons.
Just doing our weapons correctly at this point is going to already be
Gnome Flick
a
Mace.
trial. Alright, so let's make sure that that's actually doing the doubling rings.
From the melee weapon you're wielding, your left hand will apply to the one in the right hand. So we need to switch handedness.
Alright, there we go. Oh, my left hand is a striking shield. Now, do we know that this is working?
Can we go back to his stats somewhere?
Maybe. There it is.
Yes, it is. It says plus
it's
one
very
striking.
small, so thanks to your glasses, you can actually see what it's saying. Great. So we can use this greatsword as a backup weapon for our new so what have we got here? So this is D8 deadly D8 reach sweep trip polearm, the faux shard. So it's got a lot of traits, but if we take the halberd then
is more outright
that
damage.
does more outright damage. And what other polearms do we have that are in here as options? I'm thinking halberd maybe because it's versatile S and we don't have S otherwise.
Halberd sounds good to me.
But let's see Guizarm.
Could be
Guizarm
S
has
plus,
trip as an option, which is also not bad. And it's S to begin with, but that does mean it can't do piercing. If Anacostia is going to be, or was it Scarlet? I think it's Anacostia who's scared of going underwater again.
Oh,
Then again, we didn't have to use the underwater rules the time that we went underwater. Because we had magic.
Okay, so our backup greatsword is slashing, so we probably...
Slashing versatile piercing.
Yes, it's versatile piece. So we do at least have that.
And we've got an Earthbreaker, but this person just does bludgeoning, and this person just does piercing, and that's just what they do. In fact, both of these are bludgeoning.
Yeah, so slashing is what we're missing the most. So we want to have slashing in some capacity.
So we could just do the Rancer for... wait, no, the Rancer is...
It's just piercing.
Is disarm. What was the one I was looking at before? It wasn't a Rancer.
The Guizarm and the halberd?
The Guizarm. Let's do the Guizarm. Oh, crap. That's a regular Guizarm.
Oh, no, you
I just lost
wasted
money.
1 gold.
I lost 1 gold.
Oh, no. All right, anyway.
Maybe it was a sellback for free.
I don't know.
Probably not.
I wasn't watching
How do I get
scroll,
magic?
wasn't it at the bottom that there was...
Maybe.
Yeah, there it
Yes,
is.
here we go.
Melee magic weapons. +1 striking weapons.
Yes. There we go.
Plus
+1
one
striking
striking
Guizarm. Alright, we've got this. There we go, guys. We bought things. The second hardest thing. Alright. So.
There's this thing you can transfer runes, no?
Let's see what people are saying. You could transfer runes. No, I mean, in Pathfinder you can. But I just didn't see runestones here last time. Maybe we could have done it all along. I figured you could not. But, I mean, I don't see a blank runestone. Now, if we had had the money, we could have done some really cool things with, like, putting some extra property runes onto our weapons, which have been added here.
I think we'll be doing that after this one.
Yes. Sadly, our general screw-ups from the previous time and the non-existence of reach weapons do mean that we do not have enough money for that. So, we did save 48... Well, minus the 2 that I wasted.
You can drag and drop runestones between weapons, or drag and drop runestones into empty space in your inventory.
Wait. Good gosh. Okay, we're going to redo this. What can I load? Nothing. Okay. Well, we know what we picked. Delete.
Do.
Okay.
We've decided what we...
Continue from Dawnsbury Days. Continue from party with this save. Level up.
All right.
Ability
Real
boost.
fast.
Whiz, Cha,
Strength Gun, Ancestry Feat,
General Training, Skill Increase,
Medicine, General Training, Fleet, Cleric's Prepared Spells,
No Common Motions,
no Second Bone
Shatter,
no Second Bone Shatter, Fairy Fire, See Invisibility.
Yes, Fairy Fire and See Invis. Plus, we're gonna take
Heroism
and Roaring. Roar. Okay. Then Scarlet, the easy one. Strength, Dex,
Dexterity, Con,
Wiz,
Wisdom.
like all the fighters. she's gonna
And
get
Elven
Elven
Instincts.
Instincts, skill increase.
What do we
was
take for that?
thievery?
Thievery,
because
yes,
there's
okay.
ostensibly gonna be I mean, there were
Mastery.
actually things to use things on
Weapon
last
Mastery
time.
bows.
All right, weapon mastery.
There's
bow.
more comments in chat.
There are. Well, it's wide enough that we can't see all of it. It said pick acrobatics. I think we need thievery though. Because the rest of our team just can't do anything much about hazards.
All right. Strength, Dex, Con, Whiz.
Ancestry
feat.
It was
General training fleet.
Fleet. There we go. We're so interesting. Skill increases. Society.
Fighter weapon mastery.
Polearms. Check.
Done.
Sappy. Ability boost.
Strength, Dex, Con, Whiz. Ancestry feat.
Right, it was the thing that wound up being weird in the end. It
Advanced
was
weapon
familiarity,
gnome
flick mace.
Fighter skill increase.
Skill increase was
Arcana. Fighter weapon mastery was maces, so that's flails. Or flick maces, so that was flails. Alright.
Flick mace is very special. Alright, there we go. So, we're going to shop, and we're going to shop like we've never shopped before.
But they don't know they can retrade. Oh,
someone into a Leshy. No, we know we can retrain someone into a Leshy. But this is our previous group. Alright, so we're going to take these rune stones and we're going to mess around now. So we're going to buy a regular Guizarm. And now we're going to play the runestone game. So this runestone is going to go onto the Guizarm. Oh, I got an achievement for doing that.
There we go.
Look at that. Look at that. And then we sell this trident.
Yes.
Look at how much money we just saved. It's astounding. Alright, so now
we need the
that means
flick
we
mace.
don't need the doubling rings yet, but we might consider getting them anyway.
Yeah, because then we can transfer
on the grounds that if we find some, although I don't know, but if we find something else, we could theoretically.
Well, if we find something else, we can buy the
we
rings
could just
later.
move the runes onto the new thing that we found. Also,
Yeah, that's true.
But I think it's still probably. I don't know.
We can buy them later.
We can buy them later. Okay.
Now, if we
we
sell
do need to save up money because we're going to be able to get +1 armor soon, and that's extremely essential.
So, do we want to sell it? I guess we...
So now we have 95 gold pieces.
And we have a lot of stuff that we didn't sell.
We do. So, no, but we did transfer runes.
Yes.
What did we sell last time that we didn't transfer? I think we're mostly in the same boat that we were before, except for the fact that...
we now have a lot more striking runes.
We have more... Well, and we have more money, because
And
we
we
had
have more
like
money,
48 before.
And because we had multiple striking weapons that we sold and things like that. So.
But this time, instead of selling them, we kind of like converted them, their runes onto something else.
Yeah, I think we sold the other, +1 striking
Okay, we
greatsword
probably
or
don't
something
need
like
this
that. Yeah.
Morning Star, so we have 113.
Something, chat comment, stuff, so your inventory...
Sell stuff so your inventory appears cleaner. Well, I like our potions, but we have a backup bow. This is on purpose.
Yeah.
The trident is piercing. We probably don't need the trident and the short sword.
So we could probably sell the short sword, yeah.
Okay. Let's see what else.
We probably don't need the +1 longsword since we have a +1 striking greatsword.
I agree. So let's get rid of the long sword.
Oh yeah, weren't some of these scrolls that nobody could use?
Yes. Summon elemental, I think nobody can use.
And flaming sphere,
Flaming
too.
sphere. I think we got them as drops.
Yeah, we totally did.
And so we definitely should sell those.
And I guess Tokdar doesn't need a steel shield anymore, because he doesn't have any one-handed weapons.
Oh, right, because that's why we had the longsword in case he needed to tank. Well, we can give him this trident.
In case he needs to,
And they both have backup bows. So we're in good shape in that regard. And Scarlet has a rapier in case she has to go into melee. A short bow in case there's
Somebody's
a small
saying somebody
thing.
needs something over there in chat, too.
Tokdar needs 5 weapons, is what chat was saying.
Look, we're both hoarders. Okay, this is no.
This is it. Alright, is this a first rank heal, which I think maybe as a backup scroll is not, like, incredibly useful anymore.
Yeah, we can sell those. We have healing potions around for the same function, or we can keep one of them.
Yes. But, yeah, it heals for 1d8 plus 8, which compared to 2d8 plus 5 is about the same. It's less, but it's almost as much, and it's not worth as much money. Although, to be fair, the other people can use the other potions.
All right, so how close are we to affording someone a plus
one
armor?
of those. So I don't know if we can actually buy the +1 armor yet because we're not level 5.
We are. We
are level 5. You're right. Well, the town doesn't have it, so.
All right.
You're right, though, Linda. The town doesn't have it for sale, so we can't buy it for under those grounds.
Armor runestone of +1, right there.
Oh, but we can buy a runestone.
Yes.
So, while we can't buy the armor, we can buy the stone.
All of our money and buy a stone.
So, the question is, who should be the tankiest? And the answer is maybe it should be Safi, because we can go from somewhat tanky into completely tanky, or Togdar, who doesn't have the shield. Like, having someone who we know can tank does have a value, because then you get someone who is approaching not being cripped by bosses, and you can kind of safely leave them around. On the other hand, having Togdar go down is a big pain. Be nice to have it on both of them, but do you think we could actually, if we sold a lot of our backup things and we're like not safe on that, will we have enough money to get 2? Because we might want to do it at that point.
We might. Well, how much are we gonna get? So
if we sold the greatsword and the trident, we would get to that'd be 100. So we need 59 more. If we sold a bunch of our scrolls, we might be able to pull that off, and potions.
I think
it might be worth it.
Yeah. All right, we're cleaning our inventory.
We're clearing house because there's armor runestones of +1, and they're just too good for our front line. All right, what was requested by the creator of the game, Linda?
We might not need as many potions of invisibility as we have also.
Okay. So, yeah, that's true. It was nice having all of these, but we never used them. So we'll just leave it on the scout. Also, being able to move over difficult terrain is very good, but we can also move over the difficult terrain
by
sudden charging instead of by drinking a potion. Okay, I like the idea of pre-drinking this while hiding behind a wall, and then for the entire encounter, one time you can roll twice and take the better result on a save.
Well, we don't need the steel shield anymore if he doesn't have a backup.
That's true.
I know it's not that much money,
it's
but
1 gold, but that's fine. I think it would be a mistake not to have this Earthbreaker. In fact, arguably, I should have put the striking rune on the Earthbreaker before we sold it. That was actually a legitimate mistake, but I don't want to redo everything. And there's none due on selling. So we'll sell one more thing. Let's say the scroll of this is a third rank sudden blight, so it's probably still pretty useful. Maybe the scroll of bless. Wait, that's actually not worth enough on its own. Okay. Bark
now you're not gonna drink something, the chat says.
And that's still not enough. So let's see what else we can do. Maybe we will sell the Scroll of Bless. And let's see, 1, 2, 3. Everybody has a bottled omen. We've got some healing potions in case we're in a long stretch where we need healing. Resist energy is very good if we're going up against energy. We know in advance there's like energy damage or something. So, and this is a maybe this is the item level. So this is actually a 2nd rank. Sunblight, that's less useful. I think let's sell that. Oh, we need 1.
Okay.
It's coming down to the wire.
But I guess we could sell one of the lesser healing potions.
That's actually worth a lot. Let's sell the Scroll of Heal.
Alright, let's do it.
Okay, that's not as much healing as I would have wanted, but it's probably gonna make itself
What is chance?
Alright. Saving 17 gold pieces is not worth 20 minutes of redoing. Yes, see? I agree. As it said, we found Arcane Mark's limit.
Yes. That's correct.
Wait, hold on. That's not saving 17 gold pieces. That's saving 37 gold pieces. Right? Because we sold a striking rune for half.
That's true.
Oh no, not 37, because we would have had to spend 10%. 27, something like that. 27.
What was that about not gonna drink something?
You know you're not gonna drink
those bottled omens. I mean, I'm feeling a little called out right now.
Yes, probably not, but we do have one on each character, but we feel like we are. Okay, everyone, here we go. Hard mode, not insane mode. With these characters, A few months after we defeated the final Dust
I
Demon
would like
Lord.
people to know that if we weren't on a stream, there is a non-negligible chance we would have saved them, gone back and saved that money.
All right. That's true. I think we would have done it.
Yeah,
we would have done it.
We're not
if
doing
we
it
weren't
for
on a
your
stream.
sake.
But we didn't want you to have to watch us do it again. A few months after you defeat the final Dust, just as you're enjoying the bright summer sun, out of nowhere strikes an unseen assassin. Are you ready?
Yes.
It might be because of the PF1 teleport. Let's see.
Face to face with the final dusk, the Starborn Demon Lord who terrorized Dawnsbury for 7 years. What do you do?
Seems like they're running a role-playing campaign of the stuff that they themselves already did.
That's amazing.
Resist energy 5.
Oh, with children.
Yes.
Great. In that case, I'm gonna leap across the pool of lava and strike the Demon Lord.
If this guy is role-playing Scarlet, then he should miss.
Oh,
Can't
no.
do that. The pool is 15
Oh, he's
feet
leaping
wide
to
and
do
the
melee.
leap distance is only 10 feet. Ugh, if you were chaotic like Linka, you'd have let me do it. I am chaotic.
Lava doesn't let you ignore the rules either. Scarlet does.
Fine. Then I guess I'll double move instead and then sneak
This is
attack the
great.
loser.
That does sound like a good idea. Sneak attack, loser.
What the? Anna, what's happening?
An ambush! An invisible creature just hit the battle leader.
I see a few more among the trees.
The children. Get them out.
Now, my fey friends, kill the guardians. Take the children.
That escalated quickly.
It did escalate quickly.
They're
okay,
just
guys.
peacefully playing a game. And
So
then they're like,
we can direct civilians to get the heck out of here. We can sudden charge. We can attack a training
I
dummy.
think let's not attack the training dummy.
Okay.
All right.
So are these ones not invisible because of the fact that they are not like kind of transparenty? Where do we figure out which ones are invisible? These are weaker quicklings.
Can we try to? Well, that one definitely doesn't seem invisible.
one?
Is that one targetable?
It's targetable, but I don't know if it's invisible or not. Let's see. Like, it's got some transparency to it, right? Is it blurring because it moves
Oh, there's
really
a
fast?
there's a symbol in the corner there. Can we see what that means? Hidden
Hidden. So
There we go.
it is hidden.
and invisible. Yes, yes.
Whereas these don't have that condition. So I feel like it could be useful to try to sudden charge and just see if we can take out
Yeah.
one of the other ones before it can get
That
into
sounds
the
good.
fight.
Maybe the one up there, because Talkdar's gonna have the easiest chance
Although,
getting to
on the
them.
other hand, their speed is 100 feet. So you could say, well, we could kite them.
You can't
But
kite
you
it
can't
quickly.
kite something with a speed of 100 feet. So they could always just come to us, attack, and then go back
Yes.
to the edge of
Let's
the
not
street.
let them do that.
So this would be one stride.
Mm-hmm.
And then this would be two. Oh, they may have cover. So this would be two strides, and then we could attack on the diagonal.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make sure that that works, because we have not done reach yet in this system. And then we make the strike. Is it just hitting this again?
Yeah, I
It's
think
been
it
a
was,
little
and
while.
then.
There we go. Well, that was
That's
good.
one way to handle it.
Wait, where's it? Why do we not have any more actions? Did we? Was that last thing that we did just a melee
Oh,
strike?
we did a melee strike instead of our sudden charge attack. Oops.
That's bad. Can we redo this? That was like a huge problem. Okay. So, we've got all sorts of cover issues.
Mm-hmm. So we're probably gonna want to move first.
And she's probably within 15, she's too close to this guy.
Mm-hmm.
So let's move first.
You good?
It's been a while though. How do we do that? Is that other actions? No. Is that just going on the map and trying to move?
Click again to confirm move, or right click to cancel.
Oh,
it
there we
says.
go. Yeah, okay. So if we go here, there should be no cover. And then we
All
can,
right, Scarlet. Just shoot with non-Scarlet-like accuracy.
We're gonna do a double shot because when you're dealing with invisible creatures, the real problem is the 50% miss chance, not the.
Well, that one's not invisible, at least.
Wait, what happened?
Use a reaction.
Oh, it uses reaction. Alright, the other one also got nearly killed. So, there we go. Safi time. Alright. Well, we can only actually get up to the almost dead one. So, I guess let's go
There's
up.
a thing in chat here.
Says, remembers chat, tab shows clearance. Yes, right, it shows clearance now. That was added partially thanks to us constantly looking for 30 feet on...
Oh, right.
On Scarlet. Alright, so... I don't think we need to double slice.
Probably not.
I think we can just
Boop.
Smack the first one, and then with using reach, smack the second one if we kill the first one. Oh, it was a crit. I guess.
There we go.
All right, so let's take another strike against him. I don't think there's a point in raising the shield since there's only one enemy left, and it's clearly attacking Anna. Oh.
There's more of them.
enemies.
Okay. So Anacostia.
What did it do? It sprinkled pixie dust on its bow?
I think so.
Okay, this does not sound good.
So Anacostia's hit points are not in the most amazing situation.
Well, clearly it doesn't have a reaction it can use against her for casting in its face. But yes, I obviously, like, being able to, like, fairy fire this thing would be nice. Also, the pixie seems like it's probably also invisible, which it is. So being able to fairy fire things would be nice.
I mean, she could fairy fire and then try to retreat, although obviously it would be able to go after her if it wanted, because it's a quickling, and quicklings have infinite speed.
Yes, and then having the clerk go down would be bad. So
Yeah.
I think instead, let's just have her heal herself with one of these heals. So how many hit points is she missing right now? She's at she's missing like 40, almost 38. So I think that there's nothing wrong with doing a 2-action heal on herself.
Yeah.
That's exactly how much she was missing.
Hey, there we go.
Alright, and then she can either raise her shield or try to intimidate this guy. I'd say raise her shield because she is clearly being focused.
Yes. Let's do it.
And she may be shot by pixies with their
Well,
magic
those
pixie
rocks
dust
might
gloves.
provide cover, though.
Might. Alright, the children. Think of the children.
Well, we
Alright.
got rid of the ones that, most of the ones that were back here.
Alright, this time we're going to do sudden charge
Charge correctly. Let's do it.
And by correctly, I mean we're probably actually not going to end within reach of something. But there's no reason not to sudden charge just in case. Alright, we did not.
Yes.
Alright, well, but
We could get up in their face.
the problem is it doesn't matter because we can't take AOs against something that's hidden. But I guess we could be providing flanking. Oh, look! Attacking Toktar. Sneak attack. Alright. Scarlet, you can do this. We believe in you.
Come on, Scarlet, you can hit. You hit last time.
Scarlet's also the only one who could attack that pixie, but
The pixie's invisible, right?
they're both invisible.
Yeah. Oh, I guess they are both invisible.
Yes, they're both invisible. The Pixie's AC is even better than the Quicklings, and the other people are up in the face of the Quickling.
Let's go for the pixie, because Tokdars will get another turn before the Quickling does.
Okay, so we have tab, so we can see it says red. Invalid.
Target
range,
line
no
of effect.
line of effect. Is this bush actually blocking
I
line
think
of
it
effect?
is.
Blocks all line of effect. Okay, cool. Well, then in that case, it can't shoot us from behind that bush either.
So it'll need to come out.
It'll need to spend some action, so let's give this a shot. It looks like...
I mean, I guess it could come out, shoot, and then dart behind. But if it's going to use that tactic, then it'll only get one shot per round, and we'll probably have to cross the river.
The problem
to get
is it's invisible, but we'll deal with that later. Oh, look. We hit anyway. Good work, Scarlet. You did it. Now...
And it did its reaction.
Now we're going to do an exacting shot because of the fact that if we miss, the multiple attack
That
penalty
won't
won't
increase, and we're more likely to miss from the...
We're very likely to miss.
Yes, from
And
both
now
regular
our
missing
last one is
and...
an assisting shot because we don't need to exact on the third shot of the round. Oh, we missed anyway.
Alright, Scarlet back to true form.
No,
From
she hit with the one that was she hit with the one that was slightly less than 50%.
Okay, you're right,
The ones that we tried there
giving
were
her
not
too much trouble
the
from
ones
last
that-
time.
Fortunately, this Quickling used its reaction to move into a spot that was still being flanked. So, let's step to here
Yeah.
and then do a double slice.
Sounds good to me.
There we go.
The winner is us.
Good work. Well, we're not done yet because this pixie is still completely unimpeded. But it had to come here and double move to get out of here, and it looks like the strike missed.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, it made a huge mistake.
Because we took Fairy Fire.
Except for maybe if we have to do more encounters today, we need the Fairy Fire again because there's even more Fate. But we are winning, but let's just do this anyway.
We took Fairy Fire. Let's use it.
Ha! What are
It's a Fae. Let's use Fairy
What
Fire.
are the chances that we fight another encounter with Invisible Fae the same day? Shield raise.
They just went up a lot because how many times you've asked that question.
Alright. So, we actually don't need sudden charge. And there's not even any much point to going into that river. We're not going to be able to flank where the pixie is right now. So
Let's try to use sudden charge just so that we can, like, make sure we know how to get the mechanic to work and don't mess it up in the future when it matters.
Nah.
I refuse. All right.
We will use Intimidating Strike.
There we go.
It's frightened. Alright, now Scarlet does have to deal with some cover issues, but that's okay.
She still hits.
One hit, an exacting strike, and then an assisting shot. Alright, cool. Everything missed after the first.
I see the GM. What are the chances this will happen again?
GM snickers evilly. Alright,
Yup.
so sudden charge.
Oh
One,
man, here we go.
two. Now there. I guess we just click on
Click
it.
on it and then
I chose
see.
it. Oh, but I have to pick what
You
to
have to
attack
pick which.
with. That's
Yeah, because you
why.
have multiple
Okay.
weapons. Yep.
Well, that missed.
But we now remember how to do sudden charge correctly.
We could raise our shield, but I'd rather just kill it. I mean, I didn't get to choose between those. So let's take
Take a
our reaction.
Yes.
Let's take our reaction as well.
He was invisible throughout the combat. Check this. A potion of greater invisibility. He must have drunk another one before the encounter.
Did they need that though? Because pixies have an innate greater invisibility.
The same was the same was
And-
true for the
But
quicklings too.
quicklings are naturally invisible when they don't move, and they're blurred when they moved. But I guess because of the fact that quickling moved and was
And was
not
still
it was
invisible.
still invisible. That's
Yeah.
why it had that.
Are
Yeah.
you alright, Anna?
I'll live. But have you heard what the Quickling said? About taking the children?
The Fae intended to kidnap the children.
I don't know if they really intended to kidnap the children. I didn't do a good job of stopping them. They could have just done it. They really wanted to kill us. If they just wanted to run, grab a kid, and then run away, I couldn't have stopped them.
Yes. And why was Scarlet the game master today?
I substituted for Lenka, who didn't come.
You think the Fae have already taken her?
We'll check Lenka's home before we go. But
Dun dun dun.
that's what I think.
And there's no time to waste. The Dawnsbury Four must set out on this quest immediately.
But where to? We don't know where they could have taken her.
The Hag Coven in the Dawnsbury Swamp. The Hags hold sway with the Fae, and they've wanted children for years.
But they promised to leave the town alone.
We should have never negotiated with those foul crones.
Something is off, but I agree with Scarlet. Heal up, everyone, and get ready to move out.
We did it.
We protected the children of Dawnsbury.
It's a rare achievement because the DLC
It
came out yesterday.
Yes.
Most owners of the original game did not play it yet. We're gonna lose our shiny soon. Alright, so we get a short rest now. We did it. Oh, we received loot. Go to the party panel. I think that's this
That's there,
panel.
yes.
It was sort of cut off as we were trying to read the comments. What did we get? Aha! Excellent. It's a scroll of fairy fire.
A
This
scroll of
uncastable
magic
scroll
missile,
of
which
magic
we can't
missile.
cast due to our.
And another potion of greater
No,
invisibility.
the other ones we have a regular invisibility.
Yes, but another one, not another compared to
Yeah,
us.
yeah, yeah.
Another one compared to...
Well, they said that
The one
because
the
Scarlet
Quickling
found
used,
one,
yes.
and then yeah.
That's right. Alright, we received loot. We've been healed to full. We regained all of our focus points. So, if Scarlet wanted to... Or not, if Anna Costa wanted to cast another focus spell, she could. Now we're gonna go into the swamp.
Suspecting that Link has been kidnapped by Hagco and you enter the dark swamp, but this is treacherous terrain.
Lenka wasn't at home.
She was not.
She's probably with the hags in the swamp.
She probably is.
In the wet swamp, with rickety bridges and pools of black decaying water.
Poor Anacostia.
I wonder if Lenka is a changeling, and so the hags called her to that.
Oh yeah, that would make sense.
Safi, what are you doing?
She has to get over her fear of water someday.
Not like this, Safi. We need her at full alertness to guide us through the swamp.
Stop scaring the battle leader immediately, or we will sacrifice you to the hag coven.
What?
The
Damn.
hags did express a preference for children.
That's hard.
Perhaps we could trade you for Lenka.
I'll behave.
The objective in this encounter is that one of us needs to reach one of the 2 exit squares. Keep your eyes open. There may be danger lurking about.
The GM put out a battle map. There's definitely danger lurking about.
Only one of them needs to reach the battle square. Even if the other 3 are like dying in the middle of the road, we'll win.
Well, I guess it's good you kept taking fleet at everybody.
Yes, is this impassable? Yes. These trees are impassable.
Yes, you have to take the long way around.
Elves are like, trees are not impassable, we are elves.
You have to take the long way around where there totally 100% will not be an ambush in this map that is incredibly designed well for ambush.
Cool. What
Alright.
about Seek? That existed in like the mimic encounter. I don't see Seek here though. Okay, well, the archer went first, which is like, guys, not the world's safest thing, but
We could delay.
we could delay. I think maybe we should delay. Let's see. Where do we get? So do we pick where we're delaying to? I'm gonna delay to
Right after Anacostia, maybe?
after Anacostia in case an
In
enemy
case
attacks.
an enemy attacks in that time? Yeah.
Actually, can I delay it here? There. No, I can delay. That didn't. Oh wait, that did.
It's
delay
Anacostia's
to
turn
Anacostia.
now.
Okay.
Yeah. You're now telling it to delay Anacostia.
Yes, I think
Yes.
which I think we also want to do. Now I'll delay Anacostia to be after Scarlet.
Yeah.
Now it's Tok'tar. That's weird though. I would have actually thought that Anacostia would come back. Oh, but anyway, this
Anyway.
is what we wanted.
Yeah. They
So,
wanted to
we're
make...
gonna sudden charge. Is there a target?
No.
No, but maybe there will be.
Is there a target now?
Insectoid.
Dragonflies, but hugely oversized.
It's the big
This
bugs.
is the only way forward. We must fight through them.
There we go.
There we go. Not exactly where I would have put them, but you know what? That's okay. It was interesting that I guess that was exploration mode, but it was in initiative. That was a little weird. I did not expect that. Anyway, wait. And it happened in the middle of Tok'tar's turn, so he has 1 action left. Alright, that's pretty confusing, but, so it goes. What's their movement speed? It's 60. They can go wherever they want. So,
I mean, here's the...
well, at least these guys lost their turn because we weirdly were exploring during initiative, and because we only moved after them, their
Yes.
high initiative was a detriment to them. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is we are going to move him up
Yeah.
on the grounds that when they probably attack him, they will be at least a little farther away from the cleric. And if they attack him surrounding here, Safi can still easily get to it. Actually, no, this will give more space to flank, I think.
Yeah, because if they
this.
attack there, then there's still that
Yes.
space to flank that's not in the swamp water.
Take this! Oh gosh, these
Oh,
guys are pretty
Oh, and they
dangerous.
flew over the water. They're smart.
That was smart, but they're also pretty dangerous. Alright, so we're going to go here, and we're going to double slice this thing. Okay. Alright, so Scarlet,
Pew pew time.
pew pew time. So the question is, does she actually... Wait. That's lesser cover.
Yeah.
It's 40 feet, lesser cover
80 feet, yes.
Okay. Question is, should we just kill this one that's up here? I'd say probably.
I think, yeah.
Alright. So in that case, take a shot, and by kill, of course, I mean attempt.
Attempt to, yes. Exacting shot, assisting shot.
There we go.
It's really low now.
It is very low. If only we had someone who could do any amount of damage.
She can, Anacasia can deal some damage.
You're right,
She can
she has
use that.
needle
Yeah,
darts.
needle darts.
We'll do needle darts. And hey, it was a crit thanks it's for 32. Thanks to the assisting shot,
There we go.
probably. Although I think there's like an achievement that pops up Ronald the Ruler if you hit by exactly a +1. we didn't see that.
Well,
Although
maybe we'll
we
get
got
there.
it. Maybe we got it last
There
time.
were some more comments in chat too. Let's see what
Let's
people
see.
were talking about.
This music needs to quiet down in a patch. Dragonflies don't need music this epic. That's what they were talking about. Alright. Here we go.
Dragonflies coming.
Take this!
They take the dragon part of their name seriously.
They sure do. They're pretty strong for dragonflies. Like... Alright. Let's see. We shall use... Well, we can actually use swipe.
Hear them all buzzing. Dragonflies coming.
Yes. Let's swipe them. Oh man. Wait, what the heck?
Conquerors of the swamp. Choose where to slide.
Yeah, well, no,
dragonfly
but
kick.
what's happening when we did the swipe? Is it the dragonfly's reaction? What's the situation?
Oh, here. When your strike hits, you can...
What?
Is that this? When your strike hits, you can spend an action to grapple?
No,
No, that's grapple.
It's,
Okay.
we just hit.
What do we have?
Oh, we got a critical specialization effect with our thing. But why is Tokdar here? Why did he like teleport onto them?
I'm not sure.
Okay, I think maybe we're pretending Tokdar is the dragonfly, and then we're sliding the dragonfly over. Let's just pretend that. Okay, and then he came back.
Right, okay.
Alright, sure. And then with our final action,
Demoralize?
I don't think he has Intimidate. I know he looks intimidating because he's an orc.
Oh, that's right. He's not the one with Demoralize.
We could just make a Hail Mary attack because there aren't many other options.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, yeah, an Exacting Strike, there's no point. It actually hit!
Hey, here we go.
Okay.
So we are grabbed.
We are?
Yeah, look, escape from giant dragonfly is one of our options.
Okay.
You can see the.
I'm gonna choose a different option that's also Escape from Giant Dragonfly.
Kill giant dragonfly.
Oh man! that was may have been a smarmy answer, but it was not good enough. Alright, we're probably not gonna hit AC 21.
We could raise a shield.
Yeah, I think we should raise his shield. Sappy's the most injured.
He is, yeah.
Okay, so let's...
Dragonfly rampage.
Scarlet is gonna do... Oh, 31 critical hit. We're getting all these
Rulers of the
crits.
sky.
We get all these crits on the ones that are like almost dead. But yes.
Ominous buzzing.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so Sappy is still above Halfy. I guess let's just do needle darts. Alright.
Not this time.
Not this time, gadget. Oh boy, I'm gonna slide it back. Just
Move
to
back.
annoy it
Yes.
during its turn. Okay, it missed.
Dragonflies.
Dragonflies. Alright, intimidating strike. It's also dead. That's what intimidated it the
The
most.
flight of the dragonfly.
Dragonflies, dragonflies. Oh. Okay. We can move him into the swamp.
But you know, I'm thinking about it like, you know, Scarlet was just telling the dramatic story of their adventures, and they're here. They're like, is this Scarlet bringing the music to the stage? Like, this is serious business. All right,
I do not know.
we're still on the battle map though.
I know. Well, we're definitely not done. Look how big this battle map
Something
is.
tells me we're gonna get attacked again.
All right, I'm gonna go here, and then raise a shield, just in case.
Sounds good.
All right. This is our archer.
We're probably not gonna
She's
get attacked until after we round that bend.
I
though.
agree. This is our archer. She's completely uninjured. She can go like what has good visibility of this
What's the
awful,
worst thing that could possibly happen?
awful ritual thing.
Yeah, that looks like she'd be able to fire right into the building.
Okay, yeah. Now we're gonna have Anna actually cast a 2-action heal on Safi.
Yeah.
who's not quite missing that much hit points, but almost is.
Yeah.
Hey, that was a below average roll. It was exactly what Safi was. Oh no, it's probably we rolled above both times. What are the chances we rolled exactly
we
the
probably,
amount?
we probably, it just shows you how much is restored, and it's not going to show you
Yes.
a number higher than what you could actually get.
Because when the last time she rolled 1 above average, which
Yeah.
is what she was missing, or what, half a point.
Yeah, no, I
above
think it's
average.
showing how
This
much
time,
you're
I think
actually
it showed
healing.
how much
That
you're
would
actually
make a
healing.
lot of sense. Okay.
All right, well,
so
he's a little bit injured, so and he doesn't have as high of AC as Safi with the shield up, so I don't want to get him too far ahead of the party, but we can have him stop here. It's not like we're being rated
Yes.
like Fire Emblem for how many turns we take or
That's
whatever
true.
to get to the end. Now, I'll put him at the edge of the swamp with his shield up. Otherwise, we're getting too far ahead of the healer.
yeah, speaking of the healer, we'll be able to move her up soon. I guess we can move Scarlet.
Here, I don't want her to be too close to where the actual melee is because of her longbow, but this way if things are coming from the left,
Yeah. What about? Oh yeah, I see. Because if she was in this square, she'd be blocked.
Safi would be blocking.
Yeah.
I think that's fine.
By Safi.
Now, our hydrophobic but not rabid cleric is going to move forward. Then we have Tokdar, can go here. Dragonflies.
dragonflies,
rituals.
Overgrown and deserted.
It was dedicated to the cerulean sky, the goddess who shields us from
I mean,
the
it might not
wind.
be rituals, but that circle in
It's like
that
she
building
couldn't
makes me think
shield her own
rituals.
temple. It's profaned and desecrated.
We could clean it up a bit.
Clean it up a bit. We're adventurers, not janitors.
The Oracle teaches it's everyone's responsibility to do good along the way. The shrine needs to be consecrated again.
It could also have good items left behind. We could loot the shrine, but
What is it, Scarlet?
negative energy now suffuses the shrine. We'll take damage each round we're inside.
I see. We could also pass the shrine for now, save our strength, and focus on saving Lenka. Consecrate, loot, or ignore. I wonder.
We're not gonna skip this encounter.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, but surely we could go over here, kill the obvious third encounter that's going to be happening, clear out a path to this so that we know that we can just go there at any moment and end the entire thing, and then have one character standing next to this or something, or I don't know, and then another character go in and take the negative damage after we're sure that we're sort of safe from having done the third one. Like, there's no reason we have to do this encounter 2 before encounter 3 unless the game is like, well, now that we moved past the shrine, we are not allowed to navigate back to it.
It's possible that the game would consider that to be deciding not to investigate the shrine.
Well, I think that's a good answer, though. It's like, we should scout out and make sure there aren't other enemies, because, yes, it's a video game and they won't do this, but if we're role-playing the character, if there's, like, 3 more dragonflies
Then
here,
they might come
they could
ambush us,
come
yeah.
ambush us while we're in the negative energy per round thing. So
How about we send someone out to that junction at least? Because I feel like
Yes.
if there's an enemy, it's probably gonna attack us by that point.
that makes sense. Dragonflies.
Dragonflies.
Don't. Okay.
Rampaging giant insects.
Alright. Was that 2 actions or 1 action I just took? Yeah, I have 1 left. Let's raise a shield. You never know when you're going to get attacked. We're basically taking the defending exploration tactic. We just get many more actions than normal for exploration mode. Alright. Scarlet can just stay here. And Acostia is like, guys, I finally caught up. I'm supposed to be the leader. Alright.
Here, yeah.
Safi, 1, 2.
A wounded Leshy, stealthing, resting against a tree.
She's badly wounded.
What happened to you, Spirit?
A cruel monster.
I'm glad
There
we
was
went ahead and
nothing I
let you
could
use
do.
help.
It had a scythe. A murderous expression on its face.
Sounds like a red cap.
It sounds
red
like
cap.
that to me, yep.
They delight in causing their victims suffering. It left the Leshy here to slowly bleed out.
No, it's still here.
More victims come. Good. I prefer my blood red anyway.
Defend the Leshy team, and let's give her some healing if we can.
Yeah, let's heal her quickly because the red cap might.
Okay,
decide
but
to
we
kill her.
can't because these two are pretty far back. Oh wait, yes we can because teleportation. Okay. Right, and because this happened in the middle of Safi's turn, Safi's going to raise his shield.
Risen shield. Yes.
But yes, it's totally possible that the red cap. Wait, why can I not shoot? Oh right, these are the trees of impermeability. They're like a solid wall.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's see. If the red cap comes out to attack us, we all go before the red cap. That is an issue in that Tokdar is gonna have to be. Tokdar's gonna have to be moving forward while being at the lowest health. But that's fine. The main question is, how are we gonna get the red cap to come to a place that Scarlet can shoot him? I think delaying past the boss is pointless. What other actions can we take? Can we hide?
We can.
We take cover? What do we even take cover behind?
We may have to select a cover object after that.
I don't know. We apparently took cover.
Well, I guess it's a swamp.
Hide
so-
failed. Hidden.
Okay.
You don't know I'm here. Alright.
Healing. 30.
Okay, so if I do the AoE, it will also heal.
Yeah.
Tokdar. It'll save two problems at once.
Yeah.
We don't know what actually we do know. The Leshy's maximum hit points is 48, so this is not gonna actually fully heal the
But it'll
Leshy.
still help the Leshy.
We'll help the Leshy while also taking care of our Tokdar hit points problem.
Thank you. I could walk back home like this.
The red cap is still lurking about.
Team, if it's possible for us, let's heal our friend to maximum. She needs all the health she can get.
You should have told yourself that. You're the one who just did AoE healing. Alright, so sudden charge it, I guess. Actually, just to protect the Leshy.
Yeah.
If there wasn't a wounded person here, it would be better to make him come to us.
Yeah.
Okay. And
That's gonna probably have cover around the bush, right?
it's likely.
But the next square may also have cover too, depending upon how the bush is interpreted.
This is for sure 100% cover.
Yeah.
So it says this is standard cover.
Yeah.
Present holy symbol.
Oh, because it's a red cap.
Yeah. You know what? Let's stay here and let's move here. Not go all the way and then present holy. Oh, we can. Or we can? I don't know what we did. We presented it.
Well, it said that it has a save, like it described it.
Oh my gosh. Alright, we got Scythe cred for 32.
Ow.
Leshy should be glad it wasn't her. Alright. Here we go.
Link time.
Flanking double slice. Ah ha ha ha. Critical specialization effect flail. Prone. Or maybe it made it save. If it's got the errata. No, it is prone. Yay. Okay. That was good. Okay. Let's kill it. Although we might not get a chance to heal the Leshy since we killed the red cap. Oh no, we will. Apparently. Okay, we're really running out of heals and there may be more encounters today, but the game said we needed to heal the Leshy to full. And while we could heal the Leshy to almost full with an AoE that would also help Tokdar, the game said we needed to heal the Leshy to full.
Thank you. I can take it from here. I can help you, too. With this much energy, I feel a power. A blessing.
A blessing?
This. The blessing will last you for the rest of the day. Thank you again.
We've gained Leshy Blessing.
What does it do?
Let's see. Tokdar restored 7 hit points. There's an icon over them there.
Leshy Blessing, +1 to attack rolls for the rest of the day.
That's awesome.
But we're also very low on healing. Alright, so it seems unlikely that we're gonna get attacked in those last like 2 seconds, so let's go back to the shrine.
Yeah. What was chat saying about red caps?
How did Mark resist the urge to plug the playable red cap ancestry only from Battle Zoo in the Year of Titans. I mean, I could do that, or we could just kill the red cap. All right. Scarlet. Alright, let's not go into the negative energy shrine until we're ready to go into the negative energy shrine. Actually, I think, very, very unfortunately for us, I think our highest religion is Takdar, Mr. I don't want to help the shrine. Yes.
No, Anacostia is one higher.
is one higher. Okay, never mind. Good. I remember Takdar having it though, which was funny.
Yes.
Alright, so we have to think about this though, because Takdar is also injured. Okay, so
is it potentially that we could disable the negative effect? Let's see.
Profane circle. Evil creatures gain a bonus to a bunch of stuff.
Kill creatures take a penalty. You can spend 3 actions here to consecrate the shrine. At the start of your turn, you take 1d6 negative damage.
Okay. So let's see what happens. Like, if we get attacked, these guys can rush in and she can shoot. So we're gonna go here. Maybe we can spend the actions partially over time. We cannot.
Yeah, it's 3 actions. It's a 3 action.
It's a 3 action activity altogether. All right. Well,
maybe she can go check out the treasure chest then.
I'd say no. I'd say let's concentrate.
Oh, wait, Mouse over the treasure.
Sudden blight trap.
Sudden blight trap. She detected the trap.
Yes. So I think we wait.
Yeah.
We take the 1d6.
It's a trap.
There we go. Now we consecrate.
Something prevents the consecration. An evil presence. A shadow is manifesting in the profane circle.
The shrine is but a shadow now, and soon you will be shadows too.
The shadow is incorporeal and so resistant to most attacks, but positive damage such as from a heal spell or force damage as from a magic missile will be effective.
A ghost touch weapon would be useful now.
Also, I accidentally moved Scarlet in instead of Anacostia.
I did wonder why you did that, but...
That was just a mistake.
Well,
you know what? It was a mistake, but
we'll roll with it.
We'll roll with it. I got them confused for each other. Let's see. Isn't Dazzling Flash potentially, like, very bad for shadows? Yes, but it's only a 30-foot cone. It won't get all the way there unless she goes into hurting herself. And they don't care, actually. They don't literally... They have a light vulnerability normally, I think, but this one doesn't.
Also, the way that different shadow creatures' light vulnerabilities work is inconsistent with each other.
It totally is.
And they're all different. And I remember making a shadow creature at one point and being like, "Ooh, there's like 3 different ways these things work. There's not a unified."
Fair enough. All right, how far can I hit things with this
Isn't
spell?
Needle Arc 60 feet?
It's really powerful. Miss. Okay, cool. Rage shield, I guess.
Not as well.
Okay, Scarlet got wrecked.
That was not her favorite day, but we can sudden charge in. No.
Confirm.
No additional stride.
You know what?
If you don't
I'm
want to
gonna take an additional stride.
And then you have to do the attacks with this, not saying you want to use it.
And not a kick. There we go. 4.
Resisted.
That's actually shockingly low because...
That's basically minimum damage and then minus the resistance, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, and then we're gonna do another strike. There we go. That was much better than last time. Alright. Safi... Oh, wait a minute. Actually, I could double slice thanks to our reach.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Oh, right, because the other weapon...
The other weapon doesn't have the reach, yeah.
There we go, critical hit. Whole prone. Take that.
Oh man, Scarlet is not a fan of where she is right now.
I agree. Therefore,
Let's fix the situation. Yeah, I mean, we'll take the volatile penalty,
dissipated.
but...
The
It's
negative
true.
energy is dissipating as well. The shrine is safe now.
Safe, but not wholly yet. We have work to do.
I know I was in favor, but children shouldn't need to work, you know?
Safi.
Fine.
lock picked.
What was that? And why do I feel some power?
A major.
Safi's objecting to like doing some chores, but not objecting to going on these deadly missions.
It's a self-healing power, but it's single use. Each of us can use it once only, and then it's gone. Though it will last until used.
You are all going to hoard it until the final boss
Yes,
fight.
we definitely
That's
are.
correct.
Thank you, Anacostia.
Dot, dot, dot for all things.
Use it if you need to, okay?
Look, Anna uses her healing like all the time. Alright, anyway, we've opened this door, or we've gained the ability to open this door, so...
There's also the trap
Scarlet
for
is
the
actually
chest.
still hurt. Yeah, let's get
Looks
her...
like she's enfeebled as well.
Ah, yes, that's true, because she got hit by a shadow. Alright, let's not have the cleric open this door, even though it is now unlocked, on the grounds that it is the cleric. We'll have Takdar get ready and open the door. Uh-oh, it could be mimics.
It might be mimics again,
Let's
guys.
see if Seek is an option. It's not. It's not mimics.
Magic gaming.
Look, in this case, the game's interface doesn't let us do it. So, open sesame. Bag of holding, type 1. Oh, we can hoard more things with
Yes.
that. Wait.
Open, and then you have to click which one you want to open.
72 GP.
Hey, nice.
Alright.
Alright, so-
Disable trap.
What's the blast radius of that trap? Is it potentially gonna hit?
It's a sudden blight trap. Sounds safe, guys. Disabled trap.
Alright. We did not back away Anacostia for safety.
+1 striking, wounding, battle axe.
Oh man, wounding rude.
Alright, if we had any class other than a fighter who's gonna take a -2 to attack rolls, but we can just take the wounding rune off
Yes, and move it.
and move it. Move it on to
We've
another weapon.
learned. We've learned about the movement of runes and how to perform it.
Nice.
We've learned many things today about the days of Dawnsbury.
Alright, our slow poke.
Boop, 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 boop. Yeah,
She's
definitely
slow
getting
because her
started.
movement speed is only 25.
Only 25.
I
gosh.
know, right? There's 80 GP.
Nice.
Alright, guys. We're gonna donate this money to the temple to restore the shrine later. If we remember to do that, and it's an option in the game, which it's not, so we'll use it to buy more +1.
Yes, just tell yourself that.
Yes, we can hoard more things with the bag of holding, though, because weren't we sometimes almost running out of space to hoard things?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what it looks like to have the bag. Oh no, I guess it's that the inventory is there only for like equipping stuff.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, it's also at Acosta. Hi Leshy. Yeah, don't mind us. We were doing the second encounter, third. Okay.
Well, I'm glad we saved the Leshy quickly.
Yes. Look, Anacosta was making fun of people for hoarding too much, and we definitely have had her be extremely profligate with her healing font every time, and she was this time as well. Okay, Scarlet, just in case there's another encounter,
Don't send her far ahead of everybody
she's
else
gonna go
again.
here.
Yeah.
Well, remember, there's the teleport thing.
Oh, I guess that's true.
So, but they don't teleport exactly where you want them, but they teleport pretty far.
Yeah, and it's very helpful.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I guess at this point, probably it is just...
Well, just in case. Actually, wait, we could just go here, so
Yeah,
we
yeah.
automatically win.
Let's win. Win the encounter! Yeah, so it does that in case to be like, hey, are you actually done? That's nice. So if groups went there and then we're like, oh wait, actually, I forgot.
So I
to
wanted
spend
my
it.
archers
Bridges
to
and
be there.
walkways are in a sorry state.
All side quests. Consecrate the shrine, open everything,
And fully heal the
heal
Leshy.
It
Excellent.
unfortunately hasn't been a priority to rebuild them. Scarlet, are we still far away?
A bit. But we're on the right path.
Then let's move on.
We did it.
We traveled deeper into the swamp. Go us. Oh, we received.
We got a short rest, and we now have to fight a will-o-wisp, then another encounter before our long rest. And that last swamp actually had multiple encounters.
It did.
in it.
Let's see what happens in party. Wait, it says we go to party to get your treasure.
Yes, let's get weapons grade cold iron and an Aeon Stone of Alertness. Okay.
Something tells me we're gonna want cold iron.
I'm gonna put the Aeon Stone of Alertness on our tank.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, wait, no. Maybe the archer? What do we think? Maybe the archer should shoot first at a distance and can do assisting shot. And she's also the scout. Yes, maybe we should apply the weapons grade cold iron to one of our weapons. I'm gonna say the Guizarm.
The Guizarm,
because
because it's the most smashy.
It's the most singular.
Drag this over an item to reforge it.
Well, no, the thing is, because if we do it on the flick mace, it won't get both the flick mace and the steel
Oh, but no,
shield.
it's just the instruction said to drag it over an item to reforge. So,
I did
ha! Cold iron Guizarm. We got it.
We did it. Let's go back to the AP. Will-o-wisps, everyone's favorite. We do still have the scroll of resist energy, right?
I think so.
Alright, we may want to use it for electricity.
Mm-hmm.
The AIs for these enemies might not
We
avoid it.
cannot proceed.
There's no way around. We'll need to ford.
Again? Fine.
What's
What?
that sword?
What is that?
Friend Orc,
I just asked that too.
help you. Make you powerful.
Foolish sword, I am a fighter with weapon group of polar. You will make me weak with -2 attack rolls.
A talking sword?
An intelligent item. But treasures like these are very rare.
Who are you? Identify yourself, Blade.
Your leader said it. I'm a +3 major striking, wholly axiomatic, Fey-Bane longsword. Exactly what you need.
Fortunately for us, the sword doesn't have a high deception modifier because this is very implausible.
If it was, it actually is worth using
Yes.
across your weapon group.
That's true.
Because of the holy, axiomatic, Fey-Bane, and major striking properties adding to damage. Although the accuracy is the same as our +1 striking. Sorry.
This is a trap, Tokdar.
A trap? But I need the extra power.
Did I mention I'm also
Oh,
+2 strength can be yours.
What's Tokdar's wisdom?
Powered for your level, isn't it?
Is this the part where Rico says in chat, how did Mark resist mentioning that intelligent weapons can also be an ancestry in Roll for Combat's Battle to Ancestry?
Tokdar, stop. Hear how it sounds. It's definitely evil.
It's not a talking sword. See how it's rusted? Magic items don't deteriorate like that. It's a will-o-wisp.
This is why we give Scarlet the perception item.
A will-o-wisp? A magic immune aberration. It's luring Tokdar in.
What? You're not an Apex weapon.
I'm not. Minions, kill the mortals.
Uh-oh.
Minions?
It's Mitflits. Okay, Mitflits are, however, very easy.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a will-o-wisp.
Mm-hmm.
It's immune to all spells.
It's also hidden
invisible,
because it's a
because
will-o-wisp.
And they have ridiculously high AC.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so cool. Let's see if we can just kill both of the Mitflits with the double shot and just get them off the map.
Seems legit. I think one of the, what were you calling them? The trees of absolute impenetrability?
Oh wait, there's actually an elite quickling here that I just didn't see.
Oh, well, you know what? That's fine.
Yeah, there's no trees of absolute impenetrability here.
Blocking that, so.
Alright. Oh, it moved up to us with its reaction, though. Alright,
Do you want to fairy fire the will-o-wisp?
I need to use the scroll, but yes, I'm thinking about that. Ooh. Well, what exactly does fairy fire do?
Whether it targets all creatures become detected or observed.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine. Tardar wasn't planning to hide anyway.
There we go.
Attack of opportunity, yes!
Jeez, though, we did
That
take
was
a lot of damage.
Well, I think Anacostia is gonna be healing next turn.
Oh, right! Scarlet got her first attack of opportunity.
Scarlet!
She's gonna kick it in the face.
You technically
Well,
have...
she actually did a good amount of damage
There
when
you
she
go.
kicked it in the face. Alright, well... So...
Ranged fighter for the win. Flanking time?
Tatar needs some help, but I think let's just kill this guy with a double slice. He's probably gonna not survive. Oh, not you, but...
Yeah, I missed.
Okay. So, let's see. I'm going to...
You definitely want all the accuracy you can get on this.
I'm gonna Intimidating Strike and
yeah.
then leave. Okay, this thing is low, but I do have a penalty. It's at 16. The problem is that the Fist Strike only does a D4 plus 3.
Yeah. It's not a D4 plus 3 low.
Yeah, it's not. And these are the trees of impenetrability, so...
Yes.
Got it.
Boom!
Okay. Let's go here where we can kind of... where we can kind of see whether it goes after Taktar there or there, unless it goes behind this tree of impenetrability.
Alright.
Do we need to use our last tail spell? I think we do. Okay. So if we go here, then we'll be 30 feet from Taktar, and we can use...
about to utter blasphemy.
What?
At some point, you might need to use the limited resource of the healing we have for blasting out.
Never. Healing potions. True blasphemy has never been spoken more than you. Okay. So, let's see. I think that
I appreciate the knowledge of gaming hoarders. Of that you're just gonna all save it for the
okay,
last
should I raise
encounter.
my shield or should I attack again?
Raise
Its
your
AC is
Raise your
incredible.
shield because it's a will-o-wisp and and you basically have to roll a natural 20 to hit on that
so
attack, right?
we are moving into a flank.
Yes.
We are going to do an Intimidating Strike. We are going to miss because it's a will-o-wisp.
That's how we roll with the will-o-wisps. Okay.
Clear.
Clear shot. There we go.
Clear. Hey, Scarlet hit it. Okay, this is a 16% chance. And a 4% crit chance.
What else?
Why is it not a multiple of 5?
Magic immune enemy.
Nice job, Scarlet.
Hey.
Fortunately, some of us don't.
I
care
think
about such
Scarlet
immunities.
loses her tag of always missing after that will-o-wisp encounter.
I apologize, Battle Leader. I don't know what happened. As you said, the trap was obvious.
It's the swamp. There's a supernatural enchantment affecting all of us, enhancing our fear.
Oh, the hit chance takes the miss chance into account.
Right, because it was still blurred.
It was still blurred.
It was still concealed because he was invisible.
That makes
with the
perfect
fairy
sense.
fire.
Okay, yeah.
Get up from the mud, Tokdar. You did well in combat, and we won. That's what matters. Let's clean up and continue to...
Oh, and they put healing potions in because
Only
they
a
knew
few
players
hundred feet
wouldn't buy them. And
We
then
did
get
it.
consumables. It's like the thing with Pathfinder Society of putting in free
That's
consumables
right.
at the beginning of adventures.
What did we
People
get?
buy them
We got a lesser healing potion.
and a level 3 fear scroll. Level 3 fear is pretty good.
That is good. It will fear everything. I think it may be good enough to put
Put in her hand directly. Yeah, I think so too.
Although, I don't know. Anyway, let's give the.
I mean,
lesser-
she probably should have something there, right?
No, that's true. Also, wait a second. Bag of holding, type 1. What's the deal with how it works in this game?
It said during combat you can draw items from this bag as though they were in your inventory.
Out of combat, we can put 5 things in here.
Yes.
Okay. There. That is 5. Look how clean Safi's inventory. Safi's gonna be the one who holds the skull magic
Missile that we'll sell because of our utter lack of people who can use it.
Okay, we are completely out of heals, but we only have one encounter to go.
Except the blasphemous free heal that we got
And the
from
potions.
Thing, and the potions that we got.
Correct. Completely out of heals.
I don't think Lenka is here.
My temptations
I
have
have no evidence, but
It feels that way, I agree. Perhaps Safi should come in first alone.
Wait, what?
What?
I was only joking when I suggested we sacrifice the child battle leader.
You were, but Scarlet was right. If we send Safi in first, the hags will talk to him. If Lenka isn't here, they could reveal her location to him.
Is that safe? We shouldn't split the party, right?
It is risky, and I won't force you, but we'd be standing by the door, ready to roll initiative the moment things go wrong.
Okay. Wish me luck. Hello, dear witches?
Ooh. A child has come from the town to pay us a visit. A well-spoken, well-mannered child, no less. Your parents would be proud. Please, come in, come in. How can we serve you?
Hopefully not for dinner.
Rumor in town says you're wise and know things. And you see, my friend Lenka has disappeared.
A lost child? How terrible. We have indeed seen your friend. She was right here with us, too. Would you like us to send you to her?
Actually, maybe you could just tell me where she is? I can walk there on my own.
Nonsense, my dear. The Starborn's fortress is a half-day's journey away. Why don't you step into the Profane circle?
They
You
even
can
just
teleport
call it
you
a
to Lenka
Profane.
right away. Do it. You'll see your friend in just a minute. Charm.
Okay.
Now, move in and rescue Safi. Safi! The hags are not your friends. They're the ones who kidnapped Lenka.
You brought adventurers, child. Betrayer.
Okay, Meyer Hag. Savvy was carrying a gnome flick mace and a shield and wearing +1 armor that was like medium armor. I think it was obviously an adventure.
Sure, yeah.
We'll kill you for this. Sisters, ready the coven spell. No more nice witches. You all die.
Charm ends.
Charm ends when she says you all die. Fair enough. Okay, so let's get dangerous. If we kill at least one, if we kill at least one of them, we should be able to stop the coven spell.
Yeah, that should be our priority then.
Okay.
So
maybe this one. It's easier for Talkdar to do it without ever
yeah.
stepping in this profane circle, which says evil creatures get bonuses and
good creatures get penalties. Let's do it.
All right.
Double slice time.
We got some damage. Uh-oh. Did we use it on that one? Why not? Okay.
You might not get another opportunity.
We got flanked. I guess we should have attacked from reach so that we were harder to flank.
Nah, it's fine.
It's fine. Alright, so Anna does not need to use
Heal this turn.
her heal. They're not close enough yet to do a scroll of that thing.
Fear? Yeah.
Maybe roaring applause. Although these hags will save. How the hags usually have close on all three of their saves.
Yeah, it says 14 will.
And 13 on the other ones.
Yeah.
And our DC is listed somewhere. Our DC is 21, so they're probably not gonna fail. They don't have reactions, so it's only useful if they do fail.
Was Needle Darts against AC? That maybe
Yes, it is. So AC here is what, 23? it says. And Needle Darts is at a +12, so it's a 50-50. Maybe our best bet. Another option is Heroism.
Oh, yeah. Heroism or Bless could be legit, too.
Yeah, I think maybe this is the last encounter of the day. So let's put up a Heroism on Tokdar.
Too far away, it says.
Oh, okay. I guess it's a ranged touch, so we'll put it on Scarlet.
Go, Scarlet! You're heroic.
Raise shield. Oh my gosh!
Crit!
That was terrible.
Well, I guess we know what she's gonna be doing next turn.
Alright, we
Let's
will
use our
use
reach.
Intimidating Strike. We have ourselves critted. I don't think I actually want to slide it. I think it's where... She's right where I want. And she's frightened too, because she got critted by Intimidating Strike.
Well, I guess that's one way to put fear on the hags.
That is... Okay, we don't want them to get the Coven spell, so let's try to finish off at least one hag. Scarlet, this is not the time to return to your old ways. Oh, there we go.
Okay, there we go. That one hit.
Alright. 2 hits. Raises his shield. That's equivalent to moving out of the flank, except for they could move back into the flank, so I think I will raise the shield. Miss. Alright, so I think Tokdar needs healing, like, really horribly.
We don't have any healing spells left, though, right?
What? Oh, right. We were completely
Did we
out.
wind up taking battle medicine? No, we don't have battle medicine. We have medicine and training to be closer to being able to use battle medicine.
Well, the best defense is good offense. But if we use Sudden Blight, we'll also hit our friend.
What about
Bone Shaker? One creature with the skeleton? Let's see.
Oh, 100-foot range. You could use it from your starting position to do the 3-action version, potentially.
True. Let's do the 3-action Bone Shaker. What's the difference between the 3 actions? Oh, right. It's the one where they fall prone. Okay, well... Knocking a creature prone could be
better on the one that's far away, potentially, but...
And this one's already frightened, so it's more likely to fail. Let's see what we can do to this one.
Yeah, ha, we got an achievement.
For
Cause an
3
enemy
different
creature of 3
debuffs.
different debuffs at the same time. Uses stand, which provokes. Haha, the trip did it.
There we go.
No
Alright.
more coven.
Yeah, they definitely won't have a coven now. Let's do another Intimidating Strike. Another crit! Tokdar, you the man. Okay.
Alright. It's archery time.
Against the intimidated one.
Yup. Absolutely.
Boom. Okay. Double slice. It's assisting shot for a circumstance bonus.
Yeah.
A circumstance penalty from flanking. A status penalty from Frightened 2. And between all that, it was a critical hit.
There we go.
Alright. Raising our shield.
Stack them buffs and debuffs.
Alright. So we've used our Bone Shaker up. So what can we do here to help our team? We can do a Dazzling Flash on this last one.
Debuff time.
But we're not
We have
close
to get
enough.
closer.
I knew that.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see. So how do I undo? Right click.
And
All
you'll
right.
want to move to a position that is not in the profane circle, presumably,
Yes, of
but
course.
still within the targeting range. So yeah, that place would be
So would that do it?
this square here.
Yeah, that square there.
Because you
Okay,
want the
hold on.
square
What
that's
we
going to
want
not
to do is be two spaces
down from where we
or-
currently are, or
what?
2 spaces down and 1
Or
space.
3 spaces down
and
from-
1 space. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 spaces down from there. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's do that. 1, 2. See, because we can't take back moves, we have to be very, very careful. I think this should do it, right?
Wait, no, yeah, because the diagonal will then come out from here.
Yes.
How many tall is it?
Oh, but it hits Safi.
Yeah, that's why I was saying I think it needed to be. Oh, no, wait, but it would have hit Safi anyway.
It would have hit Safi no matter what.
Right.
Okay, that's fine. We're doing the Demon Mask's Fear. Oh, we can't, because we... Why can't we? Oh, we can. She's saved, but she is still frightened 1. Critically saved.
Oh, there's a no. We have still the Lessie Blessing 2. That one will expire.
Right. What is the Leslie Blessing?
Plus
Isn't
1
it-
attack rolls for the rest of the day. It looks
Yeah,
like.
I thought. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was just a bonus, right? Yes. Oh, right. We have another status bonus.
Oh yeah.
So the heroism doesn't actually do as much as we think. Okay. So the question is this? I can never remember this. Is this would this spot be a flank with Safi? Is that like actually going through the middle? Because it is a line that is kind of like straight, but
Flanks with
with
reach
are
weapons are just
very tricky.
yeah. They're not easy.
I don't know. I'm just gonna go here and do an intimidating strike. This one obviously isn't a flank, but then it will make it easy to see what the flank is from the real flank. Alright, Scarlet.
Attacking time.
Yeah, but we don't have nearly as many... oh, and the exacting strike actually hit, so she's almost definitely gonna miss on this one. Alright. Double slice. Oh yeah, knocked prone. Double critical.
Excellent. Well done, Safi.
Okay. So,
Can we just try to needle darts route?
let's just try to finish her with needle darts. And critical.
There we go.
But she has, what, like 1 hit point?
1 hit point.
Yes, and
Oh.
persistent bleed, so she'll die at the end of her turn.
Might as well raise her shield just in case.
Oh, well, or during her turn when she tries to stand up.
This room is clear.
Lenka isn't in this room either. The hag spoke the truth.
They sent
flight
Lenka
plank
to
would
a
have worked.
fortress of the Starborn. Let's search the cabin. If the hags are serving the demons, then there's bound to be a map to the fortress location around here.
I'm weak. I would have gone along with the teleport.
Don't worry, Safi.
It was mind affecting magic.
Don't worry, Safi.
That was much more reasonable than
It's-
without mind affecting magic. The whole
Yes.
take.
Togdar didn't even have to roll a will save. You had a scripted failure. I'm sure you didn't actually have to roll the check. So, it's not your fault. But if you failed the will save on a d20, that would be.
Under the influence of an enchantment. It doesn't count.
Why did I fail to save, though?
Because God
It's
wanted
because
you
you're all
to.
right. I am still a child. I'm not an adventurer. I don't belong here.
Where God is the word of Dev.
I understand what you mean. It's not the effect of an enchantment which made me vulnerable to the will-o-wisp.
That's true. You're just like, we're not very smart.
It's my greed and weakness. It's that I desperately wanted the magic item to be real. To be mine.
It's gotten to them both.
Safi, you're here to save and bring back your friend from terrifying enemies. You're not just an adventurer. You're a hero.
You're not a mere child. You defeated a demon lord.
Yeah, seriously.
Do you know how many children your age who are also 5th level adventurers have defeated a demon lord? You're the only one. I do not know of any other settings where a demon lord is that weak that you can defeat them at that level. You're the only one, Safi.
Togdar, it's only thanks to your strength that we were even able to get this far in our adventures. Sometimes you fail, even if you do everything right. That's just how the dice can be.
Loaded.
Search the rooms and take a long rest, everyone. In the morning, we rescue Lenka from this demonic fortress.
We did it. It's a good stopping point.
Yeah,
as well.
I think so.
So,
Because it's the long rest. Awesome.
Here's what we got: a runestone of demolishing. Also, I guess maybe we would have been able to transfer the runestone of wounding onto our Gui's arm even before that. But the runestone of demolishing, which deals persistent force damage to constructs.
I bet we're gonna fight constructs.
Probably. All right, so
Treasure has an odd way of being relevant to the future of the adventure.
it's true. So maybe we should put the runestone of wounding on the bow.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It has to be able to do slashing or piercing.
Piercing damage, yeah.
It does cost a decent amount of money, but it's probably worth it.
Yeah, let's do it.
And then the runestone of demolishing.
So are constructs more likely to have to be messed up by bludgeoning weapons, or
I would say maybe bludgeoning,
So-
but probably usually nothing
yeah,
is the actual
it's
answer.
hardness. Yeah.
It's soothe. That's for you, Safi. It's a cult. So I don't know. This is a runestone, so theoretically, I think it should be free. To do it for now.
We can put it on the flick mace, I think.
We're not even close to being high enough level to like buy frost or flaming things.
Yeah.
Which we can then later do.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, and before we forget, we
Can do daily preparations.
Is there anything that we should have?
So we weren't using magic weapon.
Yeah, right. We don't need it at all anymore.
Yeah.
Now that everyone has striking weapons.
Mm-hmm.
What would be useful though?
Command maybe?
It's true. It's not incapacitation. I can see that. I'll grab it.
Or sanctuary sometimes can be useful, but it's
It can be, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Mhm.
We've got our heals back. That's always good. Alright, so let's save.
Yes.
We actually didn't save throughout the entire
We're just
time.
so focused on the game. I'm glad we fight. If we had not remembered to save, my god. After all that.
That would not have been good. Alright, so that is chapter 1, A Lost Child, or chapter 4, A Lost Child, or maybe
No, but
maybe
this
the 5 is the level.
5 is level 5.
Okay. So chapter 1 of the DLC, A Lost Child.
First half complete.
Is that half? I don't think that's half. I think that's look at all this. We
No,
got
first half of this chapter.
Oh, first half of the first chapter. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, and there's an autosave.
Okay, that's good.
That's good.
Sweet.
So, let's have a vote for our next episode. Everyone, thanks for joining us. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Even you can join if you want to support us. Let's vote to see what we're doing on next Saturday's Arcane Mark.
Indeed.
One of the choices is to continue our Dawnsbury Days adventures. It looks like our extremely imbalanced party, who has no intelligence, literally among the party, and the only
They're all plus zero,
charisma,
yeah.
the only charisma is the cleric, is doing great. Doing great so far.
Yep.
It looks like
What?
looks like Petter has chosen 4.
Yes. 4. 4 fours.
All right.
Sweet.
So this was great so far. Hopefully people who enjoyed watching us last time enjoyed it again this time too. And of course, if you like what you see, you should consider going and getting Dawnsbury Days or Dawnsbury Days Profane Barrier.
And if there were
DLC.
times when you're like, why did you guys do this? I would have done blank. You can go in and do that yourself. You can experiment with all sorts of other classes. You don't have to play Fighter Squad and the Lonely Cleric.
Or tell us in the comments that you think that a different strategy would have been smarter than our, like, for example, our scout out the 3rd encounter, then go back and do the 2nd encounter one. I'm glad that the game supported our ability to do that.
Yeah, me too.
All right. And he's happy that we're playing on hard. That's good. Yeah, well, Insane seemed too hard to, like, stream it, so we wanted to do hard. We did hard last time, and we beat all of them without having to do a retry, but I think we're probably going to have to do a retry at some point this time, but we're doing well so
see.
far.
Yep.
We'll see. All right. So, everyone, take care. Have a great weekend, and we will see you either on Tuesday for our next episode, which is, I can't remember the topic. I think
it was
it's
another tyranny, right?
No, it was the one that was just about, like, in-game time pressure.
Oh, yeah.
And or, let's be real, you're probably watching this because you wanted to see us play Dawnsbury Days, so next Saturday
Next Saturday
for
we'll be
Dawnsbury
back
Days.
for more Dawnsbury.
All right. Bye, everyone.